Hi, everybody. So today we're learning about the distributive property in multiplication. And I want to break this down so that we understand what the word distributive means. To distribute something means to divide it. You're dividing it into parts. Not always equal parts, although equal parts are easier to work with, but you're dividing. You have this much of something and you want to make, 2 or 3 different groups of it. So you're distributing it. This is the actual definition. It says, according to the distributive property, multiplying the sum of 2 or more addends by a number will give the same result as multiplying each addend individually by the number, then adding the products together. Let me show you what that means. Let's say I have the 2 addends 30 and 3. Okay. Multiplying the sum of 2 or more addends by a number. So I have 30 times 3. I can multiply this out and get an answer. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 3 is 9. I can do that. Or I can say, okay, I'm going to break this apart because I'm not sure what 3 times 30 is, but I do know what 3 times 10 is. And I know that 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30. So I can distribute my 30 into 10 groups. Okay? I've divided it into 3 different groups of 10. Yes? Now I can multiply. 3 times 10 is 30. Okay? Now if I add up the total for each of these together, 30 plus 30 plus 30, that would also equal 90. So I can do multiplication 2 different ways. I can go standard, 30 times 3 is 90, or I can distribute it and say, okay, 30 plus 30 plus 30 equals 90. And I just distributed my 30 into 3 even groups of 10. Multiplying by 10 is a lot easier than multiplying by some of the answers or some of the numbers that we'll see a little later. This is the basis of what we're going to be doing today. You're actually going to be learning a strategy for how to break apart these numbers and find a multiplication for a 2-digit by 2-digit or 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication problem, just like this one. Okay, you are going to learn how to multiply like this today. I'm going to push pause on my end so I can switch over to the next thing we're going to be learning. Give me just a second. So today we're going to be working on Unit 9.1, problem solving using the distributive property. Here's your essential question. How can you use the strategy, draw a diagram, to multiply with multiples of 10? To get started, what is a multiple of 10? Well, that would be any number that has 10 as a factor. So like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all of those numbers have 10 as a factor. So they are multiples of 10. Basically, a multiple is if you can multiply it by 10, then it's a multiple of 10. Okay? So what do all of those numbers have in common? Well, they all end in 0. 0 is one of the ways that we know something is a multiple of 10 or can be a multiple of 10. I want you to go ahead and watch the digital lesson, the one with the little gopher guy. And when you're finished, you're going to come back and we're going to work on this page. We're going to unlock the problem. So go ahead and close out of this video, watch the instructional video for this unit, and then I will go through this next step with you in my next video.